Welcome to part 2 of our tutorial on how to make your own website banners, or sliders as they're sometimes called. In the last section of the tutorial, we discovered a number of sites where you can get free images for your banners or even inexpensive ones from a site like fotolia.com. Right now I'm going to go to pixabay.com and I've already searched for food images. Now keep in mind these are free public domain images at pixabay.com. I'm going to select an image that I like, for example this picture of salt in someone's hand, and then I'm going to download this picture and start to use it for a banner. When I download it, just keep in mind that I need something that's as big as the banner that I plan to make so it can stretch across the whole thing if that's indeed what I desire. The banner I'm about to make is 980 by 440 pixels, so this one that's 1280 by 960 definitely works. I'm going to press the download button and then do the CAPTCHA so that I can actually download the file. Once I've done that, it gives me the file in a new tab, and I can either right-click it if I'm on a Windows-based operating system, or control-click it since I'm on a Mac and press Save Image As. That will allow me to save the image under whatever title I want in my computer, and in whatever folder I wish to save it in. So now that that's done downloading, I want you to go with me to pixlr.com, Pixlr.com. Once here, open the Pixlr Editor Advanced. Then select that you want to create a new image and enter the exact width and height that you need for your image. If you're creating a banner, typically your website instruction files or theme will let you know how wide and how tall your image needs to be. I'm using a free theme called Adapt for my WordPress website, so I know that I need a 980 by 440 banner. I'm going to select transparent as well because that will help reserve any layer of your banner that you want to be transparent. Press OK when you're done. Now, you'll remember that we obviously downloaded another image that we want to add to this, so I'm going to press File and then Open Image. Once you've done that, go to the location that you stored your image and press Open. Now we can see a separate image has come up. So we have our untitled banner that we're making plus the image that we downloaded. To add this image to that banner, go ahead and roll your mouse over the layer, then click and select it and drag it into the untitled image. You can close this other one down now. We have what we need. Now, it may not have uploaded at the exact size or angle that you need. If you simply want to move it, select from your Tools menu the Move tool, which is a little arrow and compass. Once you've done that, you can click on the picture and move it any way you want, but you may actually want to make it smaller within this banner. So let's go ahead and figure out how to do that. You'll go to Edit, Free Transform. Once you've done that, you'll notice that there are blue dots on the edges of your image. You can click and drag those squares in to resize the image. And then you can move it some more. To keep the image's proportions, press the Shift key as you drag it. Once you've placed it exactly where you want, if you just click on that tool again, it's going to ask you, do you want to apply changes? Press yes. Now that we have a cool image in our banner, let's go ahead and make some changes by adding some text. Roll your mouse over the A, which is your type tool, and select it. Then click anywhere that you want to start adding text. You will be able to change your text to any font that you have loaded in your system, which is a really great feature. I'm going to use a cool font called Genesu that I downloaded from dafont.com, dafont.com. You'll be able to change the size, make it bold, italic, etc., and change the color if you wish. To move it, select your Move tool and Simply move your text wherever it is that you want it on the page. If you decide that you don't like the way you colored or styled the text, press your text tool one more time and then select the item that you've previously made and then change the color or whatever feature it is that you want to change. I'm going to move this up a little and over. If you want to add a new layer of text, press the text tool and then press a new place in your screen where you want to start typing. I'm going to press my move tool to move this. Now, let's say you want to add another image into your banner, like perhaps your logo. Simply go up here to File and press Open Image again, and then find the location on your computer where that logo is stored. Then press Open once you've selected it. You can drag this layer onto your image just like we did the last one. And now we're going to want to resize this again, so I'm going to press Edit, Free Transform, and I'm going to hold down Shift to maintain the proportions, and I'm going to size it down, and then move it with the Move tool. When I'm done, I'm going to simply press the Move tool again and say, yes, I want to apply changes. Keep in mind, I can obviously move this wherever I want to. If you've added an image or layer that you don't like anymore, then simply find that layer in your layers menu. I'm going to go the one that I just created, and I'm going to uncheck it, which will make it disappear from my banner. There are tons of other cool features that you can use. Let me show you what some of them are. You can use a color replace tool to replace some of the colors in the image that you selected. You can use a blur tool if there's a specific part of your image you want to blur, or sharpen. You can smudge parts of your image, or you can fix red eye. You can even bloat or pinch certain parts of your image. Obviously, you can add text. And if you want to pick out a certain color from your image to use it in other areas, press the color picker tool and then select the color it is that you want. You'll notice that that color pops up right here, which you can get a color code from if you click on it. This is the 6-digit color code that many websites or web designers will need. Some other tools that you might want to use are the paint bucket or the eraser if you want to erase particular parts of your image. You can also use the brush tool if you want to add spots of color throughout your image. Keep in mind that the layer that you have selected over here is the layer that you're going to be making changes on. If I were to select another layer and I click in another area, you'll see this no-go sign. Now, if you had wanted to use Pixlr to create a banner with a mainly white background, as you see on some sites, what you would have done when you opened the Pixlr Editor Advanced is still made the same dimensions, create a new image with the same dimensions that you need. In our instance, it was 980 by 440. And then I'm going to still select the transparent layer and press OK. When you see these white and gray squares, by the way, that just means that the image is transparent. Then what you can do to get the white background is select the drawing tool. You'll notice up here that a square is automatically selected. You can do a rectangle with rounded corners, an oval or a circle of some type, and also a line. I'm going to select square, and then I'm going to click the color up here, the fill color, and drag it over and make it white, and press OK. Now that I've done that, I can simply click at the top left of the square or the rectangle and drag it all the way down to the bottom right and let go. Now we started with a white background. Obviously, you could make this any color you want. So that's the basics of making your own website banner using Pixlr.com. To save your image, press File, and then Save, and then name it something that's easy for you to remember. You can change the quality and then press OK. And then select the folder on your computer you want to save the image in. Once that's done, you can upload it to your website or whatever it is that you're using it for. I'll get into some more advanced features of Pixlr.com in future tutorials. Thank you.